Disclaimer, don't try anything you see on this video. At all. Just don't. You're better than that.
Well, if you guys are watching this, that means I've survived this whole ordeal. I got a project that was born out of boredom. That needs to go on that. It's a 90s Ford Ranger chassis and an 06 Ford Fusion. I was going to film more of this. Like, I was going to film it from beginning to end when I had the idea, but then I didn't think anybody wanted to watch me commit vehicular suicide on camera. It's real safe. The only reason it's not jacked up all the way right now, first of all, there's a shitload of wasps in the trunk. And then I know there's a nest in the passenger side door. But this is the reason I stopped working earlier. I don't know if you can see that. Wasp nest. Yeah. Yeah, so we got to get rid of that brick. I hauled that thing all the way from... Let's see. You can't see the camper. All the way from that stack of bricks right there in broad daylight. It was like 90 degrees, and brought it all the way over here, threw it on the ground by the Fusion, proceeded to jack up all the other three corners, and I noticed while I was working on this corner that wasps were swarming like hell. So I took a step back and was wondering why that was happening, and then I found that nest in there. And believe it or not, I haven't gotten stung yet, which is insane to me. Alright, I got that one thrown a safe distance away. Or, yeah, we'll try not to trip over that. Then we got a new one there, and a couple other ones, so we'll hopefully lift this a little higher. And these ones are wasp free. We got our trusty lawn ornament jack. If I die, my Fusion goes to my brother. May he finish the job. I got nowhere to run if this thing falls sideways. Okay. Alright. Alright. Don't make any more of those cracky poppy sounds. Don't breathe on it. I'm gonna put you down for a second. Okay, home defense pooch had to get put away. It's getting a little too sketchy. If I'm gonna die, she don't have to. As you can see, it started sliding a little bit. It's only an inch. quite. Still here sliding. I think it's just the jack pulling it. Yeah, we'll go with that. Jack pulling it. Oh. It's close. Okay, and we just need to get it like an inch higher so the knuckle will go underneath it. At least now if it falls, it probably won't kill me. I'll need a new pair of britches, but... Oh yeah, we did it. Okay. And now we just need to go up one more brick. More than that, but just to get it up on the back. If we took the tires off, we could get it on there. Obviously, I still gotta trust this with my life to get under there and cut the exhaust out. And then I got to pull this whole assembly out. Shouldn't be horrible. So I gotta get bricks under that side, you know, somewhere where they're not gonna crush a whole bunch of stuff in. And then lift it up a little higher, and then I gotta get all the box bolts off of this. And get that shifter out of there and cut a hole in that. Probably pull this off just so we don't... Oh, you should have seen it. I had the whole cab on top of this when I was trying to get it off, because I was, you know, doing it without any kind of vehicle or other people or a lift or anything. I almost had it off, and then it flopped back down right on this shifter. Still works. I don't think it broke anything. Bugs are crazy. We'll figure that out when we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. This is what started the project initially. Literally this. This is the only thing that started the project. Ford Fusion wheel mounted right up to it. As soon as I saw that and measured the wheelbase, and it was only, I think when I measured it, it was 3 inches off. But then, you know, leaf spring right here, so it'd be super easy to adjust that. I did have an alternative idea to doing what I'm doing now, which was to take these, which are just, I mean, they're like normal seatbelt straps, but we got them in these bins of welding wire from a factory that we work at, and they're rated for 1,000 pounds each. I figured they got loops on each end, and we got 3 of them. We could put them under the car and then have 3 people on each side just, you know, pick it up and walk it on top of the frame. And, you know, I could go through and take the doors off and the hood and the trunk and all that. But that seems way too safe. So I'm going to not do any of that. And I'm just going to use my cinder block suicide method. I like the angle that thing's got. Oh yeah. We're just, you know, right in the danger zone. Well, after some soul searching, if you will, I've decided that I'm instead of trying to jack it up from there, move those bricks over there where there's pretty much nowhere to put them that's going to hold everything without crushing anything in. I'm going to push this chassis in front of this. Probably going to have to lift the back up again from a more secure spot. Get it higher, readjust the bricks because they're obviously slanted. I don't like that at all. And then I can try and lift the front up and get it on the back portion of the chassis with the ass end of the Fusion hanging off. Then I can drop that stuff. But I can't do that tonight because it is 4 in the morning and I gotta get the lawnmower out here to move that, because in case you're wondering, no, I don't have another vehicle. This is my vehicle. So I gotta get the lawnmower out here to move that, and I don't want to wake everybody up. So I will catch you guys in the daylight. Alright, daylight. Oh, there's the bell. Alright, Annabelle's where she needs to be. Now we just gotta get that somewhere over there. Oh! Alright. I think we're running out of gas anyway. Good enough for me. Well, I got this chassis about where it needs to be, but believe it or not, I'm starting to think this isn't a good idea. Because we obviously need to go up a lot more. Whether or not I'm willing to do that with cinder blocks, I don't know. You know what they say, you gotta take risks to make it in this world. I don't know if this is what they were talking about, but can't say I've ever seen a Ford Fusion with this stance. Alright, let's keep going. Y'all ever just stop and wonder what the hell you're doing? That's where I'm at right now. I don't know. It hasn't fallen yet, so we're gonna keep going. You know, in high school I was voted most likely to get squashed by a shitbox. Oh, this is stupid. This is, yeah, it's just getting dangerous. But we're close, guys. Well, as you can see, the situation has escalated. Da-dum-ts. My daddy always told me I'd do great things someday. Okay. Current setup. I got this scissor jack that will most likely fall. Put it right there on the frame. I got the chassis slid under it up until where it dips down. So we got like, I don't know, 10 to 12 inches that we gotta go up still. And then this side will have the floor jack, but that brick has wasps in it. And, you know, after I just grabbed it and carried it all the way over here, I swear I checked it. I'm just blind. Stop. Both sides of these bricks are looking pretty unstable. So, I don't know. What have we got to lose at this point? Worst case scenario, I drop it and mess it all up, and then I get a bunch of buddies to help me put it on there. So, well, actually, worst case scenario is it falls on me and a lot of people attend my funeral, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. That's success. I mean, the frame's not 100% straight, but I can adjust that later, I suppose. I just need it on. I can do body mounts later. We're right at the jack right here. I think set it down and readjust. Who'd have thought that would happen? Everybody. Alright, so we got one hook haphazardly kind of attached to that rusted out control arm. And then we got this tied in a janky knot around a tree that's most definitely not going to move. It's just some bad noises, just scary noises, that's all it is. Look at that. It's perfect. Look, it hardly even moved. Hardly. We're good. We're good. Saved it. Genius or jackass? Let me know in the comments. Alright, so we gotta get this jack out of there. So we got another temp jack. We'll lift this up a little bit on this side and then lift it up a little bit on that side if this jack ain't broken. I don't think so. Okay, that worked. Not as good as I wanted it to, but it worked. Now we can just set this down without the car falling on us. Beautiful. Now the other side. Alright, makeshift brace is still holding great. Front end of the car is sitting on the back end of the chassis, fully compressed. everything's technically coming together as planned. So with that being said, my phone is at like 15%, so I will let you guys know. I'm gonna keep working here and I'll let you guys know what I get done tomorrow. Catch you guys in the daylight. Progress was made last night, guys. And if it's still standing, I'll be impressed. Yeah, it is still standing. Sweet. I wasn't sure about that. So, as you can see, I got part of a clothesline post holding the front end of the car up. Wheels off of the chassis. And a tow rope going underneath it that I'm going to use the John Deere. Cool. Well, jump pack's got a charge. Need to put gas in the lawnmower. Needs air in the tires, and we gotta work on putting that in that piece of garbage. I won't record that. Think it'll work? So far, so good. I kind of rammed the frame into the cinder blocks over there, but it didn't fall, so we're good. Okay. Which that is something, you know, it's close. Check the other side. Yeah, we're close enough. Had to go and get another scissor jack and a jack handle. And this is what we got going on. 2 scissor jacks. Gonna lift up the car, hopefully, well, put the tires on maybe, and then put jacks on the rear axle and lift the car, but you get it. And then take those bricks out, pull the subframe out. Yeah, pretty straightforward from there. So far, so good. We have car on frame contact. Car is currently being supported by the frame so that I can pull the subframe off of the car. But then I noticed that my jack over there is kind of looking a little sideways, but I don't know. I'll let him down a little bit, and if I trust being under it, I'll pull the subframe out. Had to get my felony pliers for the e-brake cables. Should make that easy. Okay, so I got all the bolts out of the underside except for 2. And of course, you can't even get to them with a wrench, so I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that. But, aside from that, the only thing I'm battling is the mosquitoes and the humidity, because, wow, it is humid. Come on! Come on! You're coming with me. Come on! Come on! I think it's hitting the bumper a little bit. Oh, fuck. A little bit. We'll fix that later. Alright, this is the setup my brain dead, death wish having ass is going with. Front end up on jacks. Ass end up on blocks. I managed to find another 4x. And then, if all goes according to plan, I should be able to just yank her all the way through after I pull the blocks out from underneath the back axle and pull the tires off the front. That is, if the lawnmower will even pull that. Unlikely. But we'll give it a shot. I think the motor will clear once I pull the tires off the front. If it doesn't, we're going to have a separate issue. Well, we're waiting on the lawnmower battery to charge. But other than that, I mean, the intake might clear. If it digs in a little bit while I'm pulling it, which it should, then it should slide right under. And then I just gotta lift the frame up to the car, lower the car down to the frame, and consider it a fusion. See, I need to pull this as straight as possible so I don't hit the bricks. Luckily, I put Annabelle right where I need to go. Oh well. I think we got enough. I think we got enough space. Well, I gotta call it tonight due to the lawnmower not starting and it being past 2 in the morning, but let's just say we'll be lucky if this thing's still standing in the morning. Whew. I was just underneath that. Yeah, and I don't have any more jacks, so there's no way I can save it at this point if it does fall. Catch you guys in the daylight, I guess. The lawnmower's moving it real slow, but we're getting there. When you're doing this kind of stuff, you want to make really precise movements. You don't want to be too rough with it, you know? Oh, and don't forget not to hit the Camaro. Well, now we got it far enough that if it falls, it's gonna break stuff. Sweet. Need a new strap. Snapped it. Almost went right into the Camaro. That's fine. Tell me how much sense this makes. Been poking and prodding all sorts of live wasp nests for like 5 days and haven't gotten stung at all. And then I get sniped wandering through the yard up by the house by a passerby. Anyway, this is the new setup. I'm gonna use the Murano as a boat anchor because that's all it's good for. Then ratchet strap tied to the chassis, and then the rest of the plan remains the same. We did it. We did it. It's under there. It took 3 straps and 2 million yanks with the lawnmower, but we did it. Now we just gotta lift the frame up to the Fusion, put all the wheels back on it. Probably gonna have to take the bumper off before we do that because we got some tail ends sticking out. That'll eventually get trimmed down. But other than that, we did it. So I'm sitting here, jacking up this side, and going over to the other side, jacking up the other side, trying to get this front end lifted up off of that jack so I can use the jack for the rear end. And for a minute, I'm sitting here like, I've been cranking for a while. It doesn't seem to be getting any higher up. I don't understand. And then I look back there. There's no jacks or anything back there. It's just levering on the front end of the car, I guess, which isn't the safest thing, but I guess now I can put blocks under the back. Well, you missed it, but I almost met my maker. Whew. That got real quick. It landed where it needed to be, though, so I'm not complaining. When do you think a good time to think about life insurance is? I'm young. Holy shit, guys. It's on there. It is on there. And I'm still alive. Well, I think I'm still alive. Do me a favor, like and subscribe if I'm still alive. If I'm not, just, you probably won't see it. Obviously, it's not in its final resting place. I gotta do some alignment on the body, figure out where I can put body mounts, and then start working on steering and such. But that's a Fusion Ranger Fusion, whatever you want to call it. Tune in next time when I figure out everything I should have done before I put this on the chassis. Well, looks like the rain's going to be coming in. I wanted to get this on the chassis before the rain hit so it wasn't sitting in a precarious situation. Mission accomplished. I'm going to clean some tools up, take a shower. Like I said, like and subscribe if you like watching me risk life and limb for stupid shit like this. I'll catch you guys next time.